Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm painting a Witchburner from Trench Crusade. I just can't stop painting Trench Crusade minis. It's just too much fun, and I get to play with new techniques I otherwise might never have tried. Well, let's get started. With the model primed black, I give the whole mini a base coat of Terrestrial Titan from Warpaint Fanatics. This will be the deepest shadow color. I take violet red from a K and start building up the red color on the model. I use a lot of different reds in the following steps. You could maybe skip some middle tone and end up with the same end result, I think. With wine red from AK, I highlight the model further, catching the parts which would naturally get more light. I use dirty red from AK to highlight all raised parts. Be sure to leave the previous colors in the recesses and folds. To lighten up the reds even more, I load the airbrush with fiery vermilion from Warpaint Fanatics. I focus on the lower part of the cape and also on raised areas. The final highlight color is violent vermilion. I use this sparingly on the tips of the cloak and the most prominent high points of the model. I take temple stone from 2 thin coats and base coat the neck thingy. The hand gets a coat of pallid witch flesh from Citadel. I really both love and hate this paint, but I can't live without it. The staff and boots is painted with ironclad grey. I shade the hand with Targor Rage Shade from Citadel. The temple stone get a wash in form of watered down Basilicanum grey. Looking at the original artwork, the Witchburner's red armor is a bit worn, and metallics is visible under the red color. Initially, we will do some dry brushing to catch the edges, but also to do some scratches around the armor of the model. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. It would really make my day. I do some final touch-ups with a regular brush. Here I freehand with warm grey from Pro Acryl to make the markings. I give the whole model a wash with Villainy ink Ichor of the Damned. With a clean brush, I soak up the pools which has gathered. After letting the wash sit for around 20 minutes, I start the process of removing and doing some streaks with a makeup sponge. With Fiery Vermilion, I start highlighting the red parts of the model, focusing on high points. Need some studio gear or hobby tools? I've included links to the products I use in the description below. If you make a purchase through those links, I get a small kickback at no extra cost to you. It's a fantastic way to support the channel. Highlight the neck thing with bone from Pro Acryl. I go back to Fiery Vermilion as I decided to do some glazing on the shoulder pads and helm. I kinda forgot these parts during the airbrush highlighting stages. It's coming back to bite me now. To lighten up the reds even more, I go for Violent Vermilion and work around the whole model, aiming for edges and high points. I use Pro Acryl Ivory for the final highlight. I matte varnish the whole model. To bring back some shine to the metallics, I use heavy metal from scale 75. For basing, I take thick mud from Vallejo and apply to the base. I place some rocks into the mud before it dries. This is my first time using Newsh Medium, so I'm excited, but also a bit scared. I mix 4 drops with 1 drop black-brown from Pro Acryl. I use a makeup sponge to apply it to the lower part of the cape. If you are new to Newsh, It basically prolongs the drying time of the paint, so that you can work with it longer. To give the red details around model some more definition, I do some careful shades with brown wash from Pro Acryl. So, we are done with the model, let's work on the base. I dry brush on some Doombull brown. I highlight it further with Scrag brown and then some Cadian flesh tone. The rocks are highlighted with Grazier from Citadel. To unify the base, I use Voodoo Shade from Warpaint Fanatics. Finally, I wanted to give the stuff some rust effects. Here, I first use Grim Rust from Warpaint Fanatics, and then I add some dark rust to the areas I think most rust would build up. It's also nice to add some tone variation. And that's it. Once the rim has dried, the Witchburner is ready to go find yet another victim to set ablaze. Hope you all like the final result. Feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.